Hello and welcome to another tutorial. This is part 4. The last time we pretty much sorted our enemy and we destroyed him after shooting them 3 times, no 4 times even, where we created an enemy health, and we also implemented our shooting and our raycast and our weapon as well. So, time to get into a little bit of the aesthetics of our game. So, instead of knowing that our console sends us a message every time we shoot and sends a raycast, we need like a muzzle flash or a hit impact on our terrain or any of our objects within our game. So, obviously, because our player can't see the console when they're playing or testing our game, so we need like a muzzle flash to give a clear signal of the point that they hit and when the flash of the gun as well. So the point where they hit and the flash of the gun. So first things first is if you want to create your own muzzle flash, by all means. The best ones are usually shader graph, and for anyone who actually knows me, I am terrible at shader graph. So I don't actually use anything like that at all. I actually went on all the way to the asset store and downloaded these handy looking VFX impact and hit points here as well, and they look very, very cool. So at the time of recording this, save up to 50%. Go for it, especially if you're creating really nice looking game and you want it to look good. Muzzle flashes can take a long time. VFX particle systems can take a long time. So if they do, just depends if you're working with a good team. If you've got a VFX team that could create this and you have time to create this and for all this to be kind of implemented in. So I've downloaded this pack. So I'll be using this pack today. So I'm not going to thank the artist because I paid for them. So what we'll do is let's have a look. So the first things first, let's find our muzzle flash we'd like. I think I found one earlier when I was having a quick look through. That's impacts, muzzle flashes. Muzzle flash 9, muzzle flash 8, muzzle flash 10. Let's go for just a simple one. Cool. And if you want to test it out, we can just drag that in. Let's change it. So even if you create a particle system, so even if you right click, go to effects, particle system, you can test out the effects. Let's double click on this. Okay, it's got a little bit of an orange tone. Oh, very orangey. So flame, didn't really see that. Point, smoke, muzzle flash. Right, so to see all of these together, let's press play on our game. We'll keep an eye on our scene. Bang. Oh, that does look a bit dramatic, doesn't it? So I'm not sure if I might use that one for now, just for this video, so it doesn't go on forever. And go from there. So what I'm going to do is add this to my gun. So it adds it to the bottom. We then can go to oh, it doesn't add it to the prefix. Oh, there we go. Does it want to do the overrides? Let's leave. Oh, actually, we won't leave that. Actually, we do need to have a look at this. So if we have a look at our particle systems here, so this is whether you have created your own or downloaded a pack like I have. The one thing we want to make sure is that everything, play on awake here, is unchecked. So let's go through all this. That's just a light. Play on awake, uncheck. Muzzle flash, play on awake, uncheck. Muzzle flash, play on awake, uncheck. And distortion, play on awake, unchecked. Cool, because we want to trigger that muzzle flash, and we don't want it to come in and just randomly playing at any time. So, or should I? Let's just go. So now I've changed this. Let's go back into our prefabs, and oh no, in my actual prefabs folder, prefabs here. So I've got my enemy at the moment. What I'm going to do is drag this in and ask this to be an original prefab. Okay, so because I've checked all of the play on awakes to be off. So let's delete this. And if we open this prefab, we should be able to double click it and or don't keep double clicking it. Or oh, there we go, prefab open. There we go. Let's drag in our muzzle flash into here. Lovely. So where is that muzzle flash? It's miles away. Let's zero it out. And zoom in, and there we go. We can see it's already got a bit of an orange tinge about it. That's okay. Need to probably get rid of these icons that are a bit annoying. And let's just position that there. It may look totally naff for now, but I'm okay with it. And what I might do, that point light is quite annoying. So I'm going to get rid of that point light. We'll just light it up a little bit, but it's constantly on, isn't it? Let's turn it off for now. And let's come out of here. Cool. So happy with that because our muzzle flash is in there. I'm just going to save this. So once we've done that, let's have a look at our, let's get this implemented in our scripts. Let's go to scripts, go to weapon. Okay, so we've got a raycast shoot. Let us make this a little bit easier. So like with the enemy AI where we created lots of different methods where you can then implement your own thing. So if you want something to trigger on attack or change on attack or change on the chase or change on engaging, we can create some more methods like that to make it a little bit more malleable for you to edit and add in things for your own FPS. So let's create one for Muzzle Flash because there's lots of different things for that. Yeah, let's just create them initially. And then we'll go from there. So under here we'll create private void. So new variable, what am I about? New method, play muzzle flash, and we'll do that. And then under here we will say private void process raycast. There we go. Lovely. So now we've got that, we need to copy and paste everything from shoot into process raycast because this is all of our raycast. So let's take this, let's cut and let's paste this into our raycast. Lovely. So then once we've got that, we can say, or we can do it for both, we can say play muzzle flash. So we've got that method in there, and we can also say process raycast, and that method is in there as well. Lovely jubbly. So once we've got that in there, let's go up here and create a new variable. I'll leave a space so we can see what that new variable is. Let's serialize that field again. And let's call this, yeah, so it's going to be a particle system. So particle system, oh no, let's just make sure we keep to our particle system, and then we will call this muzzle flash. Cool. Lovely. So we'll need to add that in. So under muzzle flash, we need to say muzzle flash dot play. And that should implement our muzzle flash, hopefully. So in play muzzle flash, we've put muzzle flash dot play. Save that. Let's have a quick look at here. Do we need to process anything with the raycast? Not at the moment, because it's just off the trigger of that raycast, which is all in shoot anyway, which then feeds up into update. Let's see what Unity thinks of this. I think it should work. Have another think. Okay, yeah, it hasn't been assigned yet to anything with the null. So if we go to the gun, there we go, particle systems, it's looking for the muzzle flash. Let's add that in. Ooh, it doesn't like it. Why doesn't it like that? Interesting. Let's have a look. Why doesn't it want to take the whole thing? That's frustrating. For now, let's just see if we can get this working. If we get that in, let's just go. Let's have a look what that muzzle flash does. So if we press play, oh yeah, okay, that's actually, it's a bit extreme, but it's working. That works for me. Lovely, so that's implemented in. I might just quickly change that over. That is a bit much. Change it to that muzzle flash. Not a big fan of that one either. Let's have a look at the other one. So really I'm wasting time on this, but we know we've got the script implemented and we've got our muzzle flash working. I'll probably just need to, ooh, where's that coming from? Behind us. Lovely. So what I'm going to do is just set it to that original one, because that looked, it was mad, but it worked. So press play. And yeah, that works. Cool. A little bit crazy, but cool. Lovely. Cool. So I probably have to change this to a, just to have all of that in there, just to have muzzle flash 1 in there for this. I'll change this muzzle flash because it's looking for a particle system. We could probably change that to a game object word. Yeah, played in doesn't work. Let's change this, keep that particle system for now. And I have to figure that out. But that's working at the moment. I'm not too fussed about that. There we go. Let's just make sure this is working. So on pause, come out, bang, 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 bang. Cool, that works for me. Lovely. So we've got our muzzle flash working. Let's have a, oh, we made sure we unchecked play on awake as well. That was all good. So now we need to have a look at importing our hit impacts. So just like, I'm going to say this really quickly, just like our particle effects, I'm going to have a look. I think I looked at this metal impact. Let's have a look at this. Let's zero this out just in case it's, ooh. Oh dear, come on. So where is this? Let's look at this metal impact. Let's draw this up again. So this will be an impact. So whenever we shoot from our raycast, the point of where our raycast laser stops hitting, or the point that it reaches when it hits a collider, will then play our metal impact. So if we play this, we can actually see. Oh, so it's quite subtle. You could probably have a look at this in the prefabs. Let's open the prefab, zoom in, click on this. There we go. So press play, bink, play, come on. There we go. Awesome. So I'm happy with that. So let's keep that metal impacts there for now. Let's actually just check. Let's turn off play on awake again. That's a decal, not worried about that. Play on awake, checks. Cool, so because I've edited this metal impact, I'm going to again put this into prefabs and create a new original prefab. So this is a brand new prefab of what I've just created, and I'm going to delete that out of there. Cool, so let's have a look at our weapon scripts and let's see if we can get this hit point, hit impact working. Scripts, weapons. Lovely. So Muzzle Flash was working just with a very overzealous Muzzle Flash. Let's add in our hit effect. So that can be yeah, that can be serialized field as well. Everything can be serialized fields, and that can be private. And this can be a game object. This is probably really what we should switch around with our particle systems as well. So I'm going to say hit effect, just like that. Make sure I spell effect correctly. And I'm going to do a capital E. Lovely. Cool. So once we've got that, our hit effect can go into a new method. Let's create a new method. So everything's all nice and broken up so we can see it. Let's create this as private void create hit impact. There we go. Cool. I want to see why it's having a bit of fit. There we go. Why won't it let me create? Oh, because I've done that, idiot. Cool, lovely. So brand new method, create hit impact, and this is all going to be coming off our raycast. So if we type in raycast hit, there we go. And so when we click on hit, we can see it should be this raycast hit here. Okay, so within our raycast hit, we need to say our game object, not that game object, that game object of impact. So that's a variable just within this method is going to instantiate our hit effect. There it is. And at our hit point, so at the point where our raycast hits a collider, we are going to say quaternion dot look rotation. So what this will do is so with the effect hitting the collider will then play the effects, but we want the effect not to sort of merge into that mesh or to that texture so we can't see it. We want it to bounce out. So we use quaternion look around, and we call this hit dot normal. So it will always come out the front of the texture, not behind it. So it will look like we're shooting a material, or actually shooting an object. We then can say we can destroy this effect. Let's say impact after 1 second. Do we want 1F? Let's just say 1. Might need 1F. I don't know. I can't remember. So then we need create hit impact 2. Let's put it in here into our process raycast, and then we can say create hit impact method. Oh no, it doesn't know that because we need to say hit. There we go. Fantastic. Cool. So big moment now. Let's save this script. Let's go back into Unity. So if we click on gun, we can see that we've got an empty hit object. and it's looking for our game object. So if we go to assets, go to prefab, then we've got our metal impact there. So if we click on gun, there we go, and let's add this to there. Fantastic. Let's press play, and there we go. We can see those bullet holes going in to the point we're impacting. Fantabby-doozy, look at that. So we've now got bullet impacts and our flash. Wicked, hope you enjoyed this tutorial. That looks cool, we can make little patterns. And now obviously they're lasting for 1 second, like we put before. But then you could put, don't destroy them, and you can just keep your holes everywhere. Lovely, fantastic, cool. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you very, very soon.